With Christmas just around the corner, I've teamed up with the folks at Kerrygold to come up with 3 very delicious and festive recipes to see you through the Christmas period. With Christmas just around the corner, I think it is essential that everyone learns how to make a gingerbread house. So that is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. Beautiful crisp gingerbread pieces sandwiched together into a magical little house. It is brilliant and it's Christmassy. So it starts off in a pot. You got to get it over a nice heat. We're going to add in some Kerrygold Irish butter. Get that in to melt. With our butter, we're going in there with some golden syrup. In with some caster sugar, or some superfine sugar. This now needs to melt down and for my sugar to become nice and dissolved. It is bubbling, it is golden, and I'm going to take it off the heat now and very carefully bring it to a heat-proof surface. And now we're going to pour in the cream. Now it will sputter and it will splurt a little bit, but go for it. Straight in there. And then mix that through. So now that we have a very kind of golden smooth mixture with the cream in there, it's time to go in there with some bicarbonate of soda and some spices. I've got some cinnamon and I have a little bit of ginger. And of course, you need ginger for gingerbread. So mix that through and you'll start to see that bicarbonate of soda is working with the liquid in there and the heat, and it's starting to bubble up and become interesting. So we're going to go in there with some flour. Now I have quite a lot of plain flour in here, but we're making quite a lot of gingerbread dough. So get that straight in there, and this is sifted, so just give it a good mix all in one go and mix until you have a nice smooth dough. Now we have our dough. I'm going to turn it out into a bowl and we're going to sit this in the fridge to rest. You can leave it to rest for overnight, or 2 to 3 hours should do it max. Once this dough has rested, you can split it in half very carefully and just try and pull it out. And the great thing about this dough recipe is that it makes a lot of gingerbread. You'll nearly get 100 cookies out of this mixture, but I'm only going to need a little bit for my gingerbread house. The rest freezes extremely well, so stick it in the freezer for festive fun all year round. Now, it's time to roll this out. Okay. We have all the dough rolled out. That takes a little bit of muscle, but stick with it. It will eventually look like this. And you're looking for about 2 to 3 millimeters in thickness. They should be nice and thin, but thick enough that they will hold the shape and they won't just collapse as your big house. So now, the key thing here is to download a stencil online. I'll leave a few links to ones that I found online, and this is one that I've chosen where you get a nice little star, do little windows and look very pretty, huh? Look really nice. So now, it's just time to put this down on your gingerbread and cut around so that you have 4 sides of a house, 2 roofs and a chimney, and I think that's everything. Look at my beautiful gingerbread house pieces. They're nearly ready for the oven. But before I stick them in, I'm going to add in a little extra trick or a tip, and this is to make stained glass windows, because, you know, it's not so fun to have a gingerbread house without windows. So to do that, I have some boiled sweets. You can use Fox's Fruits or Jolly Ranchers will do the trick as well. You're basically looking for nice, colorful sweets that are going to melt down in the cooking process. So take out your windows and place in your sweet in the center, and what's going to happen in the cooking time is that will melt down and you'll be left with beautiful windows. These now go into the oven for about 12 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius to cook off beautifully. Ta-da! Christmas is here and all my gingerbread house pieces are out of the oven. Now, the interesting thing is that you've got your lovely stained glass, but when these come out of the oven, they will have spread a little bit. So while they're still warm, just take a knife and trim them with your stencils again so you have nice even edges. Now we're at a stage where we need to sandwich it together. So I have a big bag of icing, which I've made up with some egg whites and some icing sugar. Stick it in a bag, and this is the glue that's going to bring together our gingerbread house. Sandwich it together around the sides, decorate as you wish, and now it's time to go into a gingerbread montage. And that is it. My gingerbread house has been made. It's good structure, a little bit wonky, bit homemade, but I like that. This is the sort of beautiful thing you can do at home at Christmas time and take your time with it, okay? So now I'm just gonna finish it off, decorate it up with a few sweets and just make it look pretty. Look how beautiful that looks. Imagine yourself with the music on, the Christmas jingles in the background, the fire on, the Christmas tree up, and you've got a beautiful gingerbread house hanging around. I think you would be in a happy Christmas place. If you want the recipe for this fantastic gingerbread house, you can check it out in the box below over on my website. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please subscribe, make my Christmas wishes come true. And of course, comment in the box below letting us know what you think of this brilliant gingerbread house. We will see you soon and happy Christmas.